Well, sometimes it doesn't pay having a semi-but popular YouTube channel. Welcome back, troglodytes, to the boxing unboxing vlog. We've got some fun today with some strange shaped boxes. This one, I don't know guys, I'm a little bit scared to open this. The box is really beat up, but I think we could take some solace in the fact that it has special tape on it. Where did it go? It says it's over 70 pounds, but this clearly is not more than 70 pounds. So I think this just got beat up previous to it being sent to me. So let's hope for the best. So, got a little bit of packing paper. No, they didn't do too half bad of a job packing it. The only thing I would suggest, as always, is people always remember to do this and this, but they forget to protect this. Alright, so what do we got in here? Gibson USA case. It doesn't look too new, but, you know, not too old either. Huh. Now, why would I need another one of these? So, I like that last one so much that I bought this one for the review of the other ESLP special. You know, the true one. I mean, I've already documented this, so this is just going to be for sale separately. But I thought it would be cool to have both at the same time. That way, you know, when I'm explaining it, it's just a lot easier to have both guitars. And this one is in much nicer condition than my last one. But these guitars, really fantastic. Now, do we got any breaks, cracks, or repairs here? Doesn't look like it, so it survived just fine. This one even has locking Grover tuners. Beautiful. Oh, wow. No, I don't like the GoPro because you guys can't see it as in good of quality, but I think that kind of works with the whole sneak peek of what's coming. It's like, oh, I want to know what it looks like with a good camera. Now I got this goofy box. I don't know about you guys, I don't like it when boxes are too big this way. I mean, it's one thing when the width is extended because then you can get additional packing materials, but this, it just doesn't seem to make much sense. But I guess it's because it's a side loader. I personally don't like packing them up like that. But that's just a personal preference thing. So this one reminds me of the pack job that my buddy Donnie does. Speaking of Donnie, hey, if you're out there, send me a message. I haven't heard from you in a while. I'm a little bit concerned. He used to message me all the time about Les Pauls, but he hasn't been responding yet, so I hope the guy's okay. Ooh. Okay, I remember buying this one now. In the mid-2000s, there was a bunch of custom colors going out there. The most infamous one being Gecko Burst. It's just green and yellow. It's kind of ugly but cool at the same time. And one of the other ones is Root Beer. Now this one's a little bit more common than Gecko, or like the latte one. But if somebody has a Gecko and they want to trade it for Root Beer, or they have the latte, I mean, I would really like to document all those different colors because that's about all that makes these things special. Now, just for the sake of continuity, this one over here, that's a Trade Tuesday, so you guys won't see it, but I'm going to open it right now. Now we've got a small one to open here. Now, there is a story behind why I had to buy this, but I'm not going to share it because it's a little bit too drama-filled. I am going to have to talk to the seller about that. And in the end, I was kind of made right anyways. But this is a Gibson Dirty Fingers pickup from the 80s. You guys remember what I unboxed? I think it was in the last episode. There was that Gibson XPL. It only had the one Dirty Fingers in it. And if I'm going to review that model, I wanted the original pickups in there. Now, I mean, this isn't exactly a 1984 or 85 Dirty Fingers. It almost looks like it's going to be a little bit earlier. But you can tell it's original Dirty Fingers because of the double roll of pole pieces. You got your patent number 2737842. But the thing is, finding the stock dirty fingers for that guitar would be very difficult because a lot of them from this era will have double leads because they were meant to be coil split. So I just happened to find this one on eBay for a non-crazy price. So I think I'm going to restore that guitar because I think it's worth it. I mean, there's a few other issues we'll go over about that guitar, but all in the sake of documentation, guys. And now we've got our last 3 unboxings for this episode. So the FedEx guy showed up yesterday. He had one box and this thing, and I was like, I really do not remember ordering anything that would come in a package like this. But then I looked at who sent me this. Repair Department Gibson Restoration. I had completely forgotten about this because this is a replacement part to a new guitar that was slightly damaged that I reviewed on June 10th. And I have this email from Sweetwater telling them that Gibson's going to send me a replacement part on June 13th. When did it finally get shipped? August 12th. Now, to be fair to Gibson and everything, this is a non-essential part to the guitar. But can you imagine if it was like I needed a replacement PCB system for the whole guitar to even work and it takes 2 months to get here? I don't know, maybe they had to get one custom made because they didn't make enough extra. But this is the Michael Clifford Signature Melody Maker truss rod cover, because the one I had got brand new, it had a crack in it. Now, just as kind of a fun little story behind these is I've asked Gibson like if they'll sell spare parts, like that's a limited edition to like this, because I forget which guitar I needed it for, but they told me no, they only keep a certain amount back for warranty claims like this. So this guitar is long gone. I'm not even sure if the guy who I sold it to even still has it. So it'll probably go in my parts drawer and I'll eventually list it one day. But hey, if you're a Michael Clifford fan, did you want a truss rod cover? I have one. So thanks, Gibson. Now we've got 2 guitars. One of these is that notification on the phone guitar. So I bet it's this one. I'm kind of sad that I didn't get this one before Robert Baker came over because it's kind of similar to a Les Paul KM in a roundabout way. Let's check our pack job. I would say that's a good pack job and not too bad to unbox here. Gotta tell you guys, getting this big bucket for this stuff, well worth the 20 bucks or whatever I spent for that thing. Okay, I'm not sure if that's that guitar or not. Oh, okay. This is one that I don't think I'll do another review on because I've already done it before fairly recently. But it's kind of a rare SG that I didn't know existed until, I found that one on eBay. But this is the Frank Zappa SG. Roxy, if I remember correctly. Now this thing was stated as absolute mint condition. Yeah, we've got some indentation right there from something, so I'll probably just advertise it as very good. The last time I had sold one of these, it kind of became a bidding war. It sold really fast, and this one is definitely much cleaner than my last. So if you've been looking for one of these and you don't want to pay this guy who wants about $3,000 for a headstock repaired one, this one will only be slightly more expensive than that. So feel free to get a hold of me if you're interested in this one. I guess if you want me to re-review it, I can, but I think it's a little bit redundant at this point. Well, that means it must be this one. Let's go ahead and get this one open. FedEx Ground Tuesday, Wednesday. Must have been when they shipped it. Because I got it on a Friday. This is actually a nice pack job here. Doesn't move around too much. You see what they did here? They stapled cardboard together in order to eat up the extra space. That's cool. Alright. Is this a Gibson gear case? Okay, so I'm pretty sure this is the notification guitar now. Yep. Man, I don't think this shop fully understood what this was, because in their listing it said that it had replaced pickups. Now obviously one of these is replaced, but I forget what it says. I'll throw it up on the screen. It said like one's a DiMarzio and the other one's like a Seymour Duncan. But I could see in the photos the original Gibson T-top in here, but it's not actually a T-top. These are dirty fingers. Now this one clearly has been replaced, unfortunately, because finding a 79 dirty finger that'll fit and match the whole aging of this thing, might be a little bit difficult, but I wanted to review one of these. I'm not going to tell you too much about them. It's called the SG Exclusive. Basically, it just had a few special parts to it, but we'll do a deeper full review and demo on this one very soon. If Robert Baker needed a cool SG from the same era as his Les Paul KM that we just recently documented, I think it'd be cool if he got one of these. It might be slightly redundant for his setup though, because his new 335 Pro has pretty much the same pickups in there, just different colors. And that's kind of why sometimes it pays to specialize in something, is because you can't always just take the sellers for their word. And it's not because they're trying to lie to you. I'm sure they tried to advertise it the best they could, but sometimes things slip by if you're not an expert on what you sell. That's why I always try to stick with what I do know for the most part. But yeah, this is cool. So it was late one night and I got a notification on my phone that something sold on Reverb. And lo and behold, it was my Goddess pickups. I was like, I wonder who's the lucky dog who's gonna get these purple guys. And then I looked at the order. These are going to the land down under, Australia. When shipping internationally, these things are your best friend. Not only are they free, you can pick them up or they'll actually deliver them to you if you got a few days to wait. But this is like the cheapest way to send things overseas. I don't know why USPS does it like that. Maybe they just like having everything being in something similar. But, I mean, you can use that to your advantage, because if I was just trying to send this box with these pickups to Australia, it would be about 70 bucks. You can chop that cost almost in half by using one of these. Now that doesn't include insurance costs. I mean, it's still going to be about 50 bucks to get it there. But what I like to do is not only use the padded bubble mailers, but use additional packing materials on the inside of those. Unfortunately, people like to do it the opposite way around and illegally use these as packing materials. That was the topic of one of the first Trogly vloglies. And it is illegal. It says right there, this packaging is the property of the U.S. Postal Service and is provided solely for use in sending priority mail shipments. Misuse may be a violation of federal law. What are you in for? Misusing packing supplies. There we go. Good to go. Super secure. Well, sometimes it doesn't pay having a semi-what popular YouTube channel. Less than 24 hours, somebody bought it. It really kind of stinks because I fell in love with this guitar. The whole history of me looking for one of these for such a long time, stumbling upon a prototype, which didn't necessarily have the Kazuyoshi Saito signature on it until I looked under blacklight anyways. And then all the other additional things that I didn't know about the man, like him working with the band Puffy, which, you know, had a Cartoon Network show. I mean, I could have saw myself keeping this and using this for a new series that I was planning on doing, but I was probably going to modify it, put stickers on it. People would have hated me for that anyways. Ooh, it looks like we just got a rare SG on my notification. You guys will like that one. So that's happy news, but this is really sad news. I don't even care if I got a boatload of money for this thing. As I told people in that video, when I found that KS that added another $1,000 to the price tag, I actually never added that to the price because $49.95 is what I thought was fair but high for this guitar. But now I'm kind of wishing I would have done that, so I could have kept it longer than, 24 hours. I mean, Robert Baker, he loved this guitar. Jared James Nichols said he wanted to buy it. But this guitar is just cool, so if you happen to have missed the full review and demo to get all the specs and all that, you can check that out here. But sadly, I guess it's time to say goodbye, Kazuyoshi Saito Prototype. I hope you troglodytes enjoyed this unboxing and Boxing Day. I mean, we had to say goodbye to a really cool guitar. I'm sad it went away, but hey, it made us afford all these other stuff, and I'll probably still do that other series eventually, just with a different guitar. Take care.